welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. A second episode. We're going with it, and it's actually been a little bit of challenge sorting through things. But first of all, I'm Dean. I am a recently retired teacher, but always an educator. I love reaching out, and this channel is to share kind of the fish philosophy, Mr. Brown's precepts, and the things that we definitely need to take a look at looking out for each other and being there and helping with smiles. And since the introduction, I'm currently in my office in Minnesota. I am not a cold weather person, yet the weather here has been unseasonably warm and mild, which is very cool. Today's theme is, make their day, but don't expect anything. And I just had different examples that I saw of that happening this week. And for today, Mr. Brown's precept is kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish much. And that is so cool. My first one that I experienced that just caught me off guard, and I'm trying hard to, and as I said last time, trying to smile more and smile with my eyes and smile with my whole face. And I was at Target, and I really have made an effort to ask whether it's a server, whether it's someone that's helping me, how is your day going? Not just how you doing. And I was checking out a Target, and I so wish I would have looked at the uh, the teller's name tag. I overlooked it because I normally go through self-checkout. Self-checkout was shut down. So I went here and I could just tell this lady was having, this teller was just having a great day. And she was just helping and bubbly. The person in front of me, after that customer left, it was my turn. So I asked her how her day was going, and she looked at me and she just smiled and her eyes light up and she goes, "My day is going marvelous, just marvelous. Look at the sun out there. It is a marvelous day." And then she leaned in, she goes, "How's your day?" And I just started smiling and I started laughing. And I said, "I'm having a good day. It's not marvelous yet, but it's going to get there." And she was just radiant in her positive attitude, and it made a difference. And after interacting with her, I felt a little lighter and a little happier, and it was just cool. Okay, so that was first one. Then this week I was watching the Today Show, and um, Basil Kincaid, and I'll put a link down below. And they did a feature on him, and the where it ended is Basil what learned, and he's an artist. He learned how to quilt because he started learning how to quilt when his grandma was still around, and he wanted to share time with her, and he just learned how to do it. She has since sadly passed, but this is his way of connecting with her and sharing his skill and sharing his talents. And the quilts he makes are as art, and it was so impressive. Now, I am married to one of the most talented quilters. I just, she is just so talented, so crafty, and the quilts she makes, I am just in awe. So I know the back story of what it takes just to make a regular quilt. Well, these are quilt that are displayed at art museums. So they're like double the size of a regular bed. And the thing that I've noticed is my wife, she doesn't like to throw any material away because you never know when you're going to use it. And Basil, he reaches out to his community and he gets He makes all of his quilts out of material that is no longer that people have sitting around, but they don't want to get rid of it. So then look at how he's making their day. He's taking their material, making it in. So first of all, that just speaking of how my wife feels when she can make someone's day and give them that material becomes useful. It makes her happy. He takes it, designs his quilt, and these quilts he only does 3 or 4 a year. They're that big, they're that detailed. So that is patience and commitment to it. Now he turns around and displays it. And he didn't talk about it, but all I kept thinking is just think how happy those people, they're going to go look at the quilt where the people that donated the material, and it's like I'm a part of that. So he totally was making their day by doing that and continues to do that. The Target, and then our oh, excuse me, tickle in my throat. I should not eat M&Ms before I start this. Talking to our son. We got together last night. It was so cool. Our son and our daughter, we were meeting at their town. My grandsons were playing basketball. It was just really, really cool. And we were worried it wasn't going to come together because my son got one of this head cold virus things that is bouncing around. And he wasn't sure when I talked to him on Wednesday if he was going to be able to make it. He rallied, and they divvy up covering events, athletic training events, and he just steps up all the time. He just, if someone needs help, he just automatically does it. He is the poster child of the fish philosophy of choosing your attitude and being there for people. And he was a little disappointed because he really put it out there that he wanted to spend time. We were coming down. We're back from Arizona for this week. We were coming to his town. His sister and his nephews were coming to this town. And it was a time to get together. And he was just waiting for someone to say, hey, I'll cover for you. It never happened, and he got a little disappointed, and he actually had to reach out and tap some people on the shoulder and ask a favor. And of course, they came through, and he had the day to get healthy. We had a super awesome time, but you could really sense that he felt bad that he's there to help people, and he just thinks everybody, we should do this for each other, make their day, but you can't expect anything from it. You never know what's going to do. However, I did learn this year, um, going way back in the make their day things that come and blindside you in the best way. Sarah, and she is a Spanish friend that way back in the mid 90s came to our house to be immersed in English. She got married shortly after that, had a child. We stayed connected, and then it didn't work out for her and her husband. Okay, and so we were messaging, we were emailing, we'd talk on the phone occasionally, and then she came back to Minnesota to hang out with us a second time, and just to she was shortly after her and her husband split and just came and we just had long talks. I just thought regular talks. Okay. Had a great time. She's a super awesome friend. Fast forward to this last summer, we went to Spain, met up with her again, met up with our Spanish friends that we had immersed into our house. It was such a gift, such an amazing time. And we were having dinner together, and she said, "You remember when I came and stayed with you in Minnesota?" She goes, that was a really dark time. And your words, your positive support, your listening ear, you were always there supporting me, and you have no idea how much it meant. I was honored. I was shocked. I was so happy for Sarah. Um, but it really surprised me because I just looked at it. We were spending time together, and I truly cared about her and her situation as and listening. You just never know when it's going to come back around. So again, make their day. Don't expect anything. However, don't be surprised when your act of kindness makes a difference. And the last thing from my thanks book, and I just like this one, nobody but nobody can make it out here alone. We all need each other. We need to support each other, and we need to support each other with grace. So, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being a part of this ride. I am truly honored to have this opportunity to share these stories and hopefully make your day also. Thanks for being here.